It's been a Thursday night disaster as Scotland drop out of the automatic Champions League qualification because Victoria Pleasant snuck a point across the line against Fiorentina. Welcome back to Fog Football. We kind of guessed this would happen. We needed Fiorentina to get 2 victories in the 2 legs, and they failed on the first furlong, so to speak.
Well, you can say we kind of guessed this. I was actually hoping that Fiorentina would win both games and we'd be alright, but that's not happened.
That's not happened.
It's a draw. Now, I'm not exactly sure how this will pan out because I believe that if Fiorentina win the next game, Czech Republic will be exactly level with Scotland on coefficient.
Maybe. I don't know how that works, but
now,
everywhere's reporting that we've lost it.
I mean, that could be the case because it could be if level, then it goes on the previous season's coefficients, and that would obviously be Czech Republic ahead of us because this season they've had better success in Europe than we do. But I believe that if Fiorentina win the next game, then it will be us and Czech Republic exactly on the same coefficient. So I would have to assume that if it's level on a tie, that they base it on the previous, like the nearest previous year, and whoever had the best coefficient in that year would probably take president over the other, and that's probably why Czech Republic are ahead of us. So, yeah, I don't think there's much we can do right now. It's just about building for next year. Hopefully next season we can get back to our best and just this can be like a one-off because we've been used to getting these guaranteed spots over the past year and also the 3rd spot for the Europa League / Europa Conference League, and I don't want Scotland to lose that. I mean, it's been great for the past, like I said, few seasons, having 3 teams guaranteed group stage football up until December, because it wasn't that long ago where I remember us sometimes having no teams. I'm pretty sure there was 1 year where there was no Scottish team in Europe after August, and that's abysmal. And then there was a period of time where it was only Celtic because Rangers were down in the lower leagues. I mean, I don't want that. I've enjoyed having Celtic, Rangers, and whoever else in European competition. So I think we need to get back to winning ways, and maybe even support other clubs during the midweek in Europe.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a collective unit that produces this coefficient, but there is other teams to blame than just other teams. I look at Hibs, right, against that Andorra team.
Those points. You're right. See, that is the difference because we're level right now with Czech Republic. We're talking a win or a draw then we would be ahead.
Yeah.
And like you look at that Hibernian game where they lost to that Andorran side, should never have fucking happened.
But right,
look at Motherwell against Sligo Rovers. 2 back-to-back defeats. Not a single coefficient point picked up. That should have been 2 wins for Motherwell, and that should have been Motherwell into the next round with the possibility of picking up more points. So we're losing out in 10th spot, but when you think about it, we've had some disastrous results over the years, and it shouldn't be the case. It really shouldn't be the case. No, it shouldn't
be the case, right? And you know what? It'd be very easy. There's going to be some people, but what about Rangers? They didn't win against Servette and all this stuff.
Union, Saint,
aye. And
that's true, right? Rangers should have been dropping points, but it's not like Rangers are the biggest culprit.
No, but
Rangers have had some bad results. Rangers have had some games where they should have won and they haven't, and I think they need to take that on the chin. But let's not hold Rangers accountable here because they, out of everyone, they've
accounted the most points.
Yeah, they are responsible
here,
for
right. Obviously, Rangers have done the best, but I'm not even going to bash Celtic here. Yes, Celtic, right, should have done a lot better in some of their groups, but I'll forgive Celtic because it's Champions League, right? See Sligo Rovers and that Andorran team, that's unacceptable in my opinion. They have to be fucking winning those games. There's no that is the easiest 2 wins in 2 legs you will get. See when Hibs lose to Aston Villa, I'm not going to bash them for that.
Yeah, of course. Now people were saying when Hibs lost, it doesn't matter, they'll smash them at Easter Road. Yeah, well, with hindsight, you might it does matter. Because now we could see a team not get into Europe because Hibs couldn't beat some shite side for Andorra, so I mean, every point matters, every point's crucial, and you just can't be losing those games. It's a bad look for Scottish football anyway.
No, it is a bad look, and you cannot be losing against Sligo Rovers and Doran teams. I mean, who else was it? Who else Motherwell draw with? Was it Glentoran not too long ago?
I know there's some bad results.
Motherwell's get this fetish, man, with drawing and getting beat by absolute pish teams. I don't know what it is, but again, Aberdeen have been really poor this season, but in Europe they were good.
They deserved more than what they got.
They did.
They deserved a lot more than what that game against Pack? Pack? They were robbed in that game.
Also, Hearts.
They were fucking robbed.
Hearts
in that
last season. Yeah, right. Hearts could have done better against Fiorentina and Istanbul.
But at least they beat.
But they
RFS.
beat the team they needed to beat. Right?
Yeah, they beat the team that they should be beating.
Aye. Dundee United as well. I mean, at least they beat Aysed Alkmaar. They may have got pumped 7-0 in the other game, but at least they beat. No.
But again, Hearts in a group with Fiorentina and Istanbul. And maybe you're not expecting them, right, to finish ahead of those teams. But we're talking one draw in those 4 games, and Scotland would still be ahead of Czech Republic.
Yeah, and
so it's just minor things like that. No one's sitting here saying Hearts should be beating those two and Hearts should be finishing ahead of those two. No, we've seen you look at that group. Hearts are expected to finish third. There's no doubt about it. But I don't think it's too much to ask for Hearts to pick a point off of either Fiorentina or Istanbul. So yeah, I just think as a collective unit, when you look back over the previous years, I think everybody from Scotland is accountable in some ways. Yeah, some teams more than others, but I can't sit here and say that there's not a team that hasn't failed to win a game that they really should have won.
Yeah, absolutely.
That team Rangers got beat. Rangers only picked up 1 point against, what do you call them, Lizimo?
Oh, I factor that in as well.
You know, like you were saying that they were shite, and yeah, they aren't that great. Rangers, if Rangers picked up 2 points against them, even Scotland would be still in 10th. So it's just
I mean, realistically, Rangers should have been walking out of that group with 16 points, but instead they walked out with 11.
It's just mental that we're going to lose out in this spot when we're level with Czech Republic. Yet all we needed was to turn either a defeat into a draw or a draw into a win. And when you look at the amount of bad results that we've had that really should not have happened over the past couple of seasons, you're thinking, now, maybe Czech Republic have had those results as well. It is what it could. I'm sure it has happened, right? Not denying that. But I do think Scottish teams have got an awful, tend to, just not win games that they should be winning.
No, absolutely, but this isn't just automatic Champions League, folks. This is automatic third spot guaranteed European football sort of gimmick group stage, because obviously whoever finishes third, whoever wins the cup, they would get that now, but not anymore after next season. That's it. Done and dusted. Hearts, goodbye.
I mean, the only thing I would say is we're neck and neck with Czech Republic, so hopefully we can just respond with a good season next year and get back into the top 10.
Yeah, what I would say is though,
now, although what I think
with the new format next year, how's that going to factor in? Does that benefit us? Does that not benefit us?
I'm not sure, but I mean, obviously when you get higher up the coefficients, it's harder to maintain because you're defending more points.
All I would say is I have more faith in the Czech Republican teams than I do our own teams.
True.
I mean, I do. I can't sit here and lie to you, folks.
But I think Rangers and Celtic should be getting further in competitions than the best Czech sides.
I know, I agree with that, absolutely.
But yeah, Czech Republic still have a team in Europe and Scotland doesn't, so.
Yep. But anyway, guys, that's where we're going to leave this. It's bad news, but as he said, hopefully it's just for a season. But see the teams, see the likes of St Mirren and Kelly. This is where we need them to step up. They can't be, it's our first year in Europe since fucking blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
No.
I'm not expecting them to come through the qualifiers and get into the groups, but I am expecting in the first round when they're taking on a team like the Faroes to win both games.
Yep.
That's not asking too much.
No, it's not. I mean, that's what needs to happen.
And then when you're taking on a slightly better team and at least get a result, see if you're going to get knocked out, at least pick up a point somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you've got to do.
And that is where we're going to leave this video. We'll be back with more content very soon. Until next time, peace.